was a little delayed, so we're going to do it a second time for good luck. I always do a second one for good luck anyways. 3, 2, 1. It didn't pick up on my end, but that's perfectly fine. Hello, everybody.
Okay,
welcome to episode... I haven't been keeping count because we've been doing guest episodes all month long. And I decided for episode... I'll put a number on screen for what episode it is. To have a guest who I've actually never talked one-on-one with before. I like the... Whatever that was. That was cool.
Hey,
introduce yourself.
Hi, every pony. My name is Jess. I'm on social media as varying different iterations of Jess is, and then a word. I think I'm Jess is Meta on Instagram. Jess is online a few places. I'm on the internet. Hi.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be addressing some of your social media presence on the episode.
I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that.
Including a specific tweet that you tweeted out.
Are you sure I tweeted it?
That's the thing that we have to address. That is the big thing that we have to address. Well, we have to address a lot of things. First of all, you and I have never spoken, like, I don't think ever one-on-one before. It's either been in, like, a group call or, like, very brief interactions on Twitter. And
yeah,
I was... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like all of our interactions have been, like, piecemealed together very publicly. Like, we haven't interacted in private before.
No, not until, like relatively recently. I think as of, like 12 hours ago, I think. Like, literally as of, like, a few hours ago. So, I mean, well, maybe we should address the fact that maybe the quality of this episode, I mean, not that the quality of this podcast is, like, the most, like, Barstool sports level, you know. We're not signed with Jake Paul or Logan Paul's podcasting team here. We're just a couple of ragtag kiddos making a podcast. So, I mean, if you're going to be sounding off in the comments that the quality here isn't perfect, kick rocks, fuck you. Sorry. Yeah, there
I'm
we
outside.
go.
I'm outside.
Which you're kind of borrowing a page from my book because recently I've been doing episodes outside. At least, I mean, not guest episodes because there's no way for me to do it. But I've been doing the episodes outside in like a field somewhere or whatever. So I think you're kind of on brand for the podcast today. How does it feel to be on this thing?
It's fantastic, really, to be a part of it. It's kind of fun to, I have my setup so I can just kind of walk around. I'm excited to be here.
That's awesome. Are you carrying your laptop with you? Holy shit, this is so cool. What the fuck? Just don't film any license plates.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, be careful.
Sorry. Anyways, this is the inside of my house.
Give us a tour. Yeah.
You don't want to see half of this. It's kind of a disaster in here. There's my...
Sorry.
What? My mirror. I got my plants over here. I've got
nice.
A lot of shit all over every surface in here that I have yet to unpack.
Right. Oh, we can hear the fan from your battery.
I'll sit back down so the quality will get better, but yeah, no, we'll get in the tour.
I was like, why do we got a chainsaw running in the back?
There you go. I put the battery further away. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, no, you sound great. Don't worry.
Door isn't closed. God.
So one thing that you have to explain, you have absolutely got to explain to the viewers, is your Twitter account. What's the deal?
Okay. How did it start? So, there was a point in time in which I was streaming. I think this was back in December. I was streaming more regularly because I had a home that was not on wheels at the time.
Right.
And a computer, which I can't really do out here. I'm on a laptop right now. With this, I mean, the fan that you can hear earlier this is a battery that is
That's a good brand, by the way. Ryobi.
Shout out, sponsor this podcast.
Yo, please sponsor. I need the fucking money, guys. I'm so broke.
Sponsor the podcast, Ryobi.
I blew all of the Patreon money on Five Nights at Freddy's themed merch and snacks. Please, I need money.
Valid.
No, that didn't actually happen. Not yet, at least.
I believed you, though. I believed you.
Yeah, I know. I look the part, don't I? As somebody who would... Wait, actually, can I tell you what happened today? Can I give you a story, Tim?
Yes, please. I just found a half-smoked Camel Crush of a flavor that I don't smoke. This isn't mine, but it's at my door.
Dude, somebody's lurking around your property.
There are so many people in my house all the time.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
I woke up to people in my house this morning.
Oh, I would hate that. I would crash out. I would fucking go insane. I would actually like crash the fuck out. If I woke up, there's people in my house, I'm like, no, I'm getting the gun. I don't have a gun. That's a joke. For legal reasons, it's a joke.
Like,
okay,
wiping
so
my nose on camera. Hey guys, I'm gross. Anyway.
that's awesome. Fuck yeah. This episode rocks. Let's go. So earlier today, I had to go to Target, right? And I was just trying to get snacks and stuff like that. You know, of the Five Nights at Freddy's variety. Yeah, I went to Target. Don't ask. So as I was walking in, this is okay. I want your opinion on
Where
this.
did the sunglasses come from?
My desk. No, okay, so this is what I was wearing, and I want your opinion because we'll get into it later. You work at a Renaissance fair. Or you were like a Renaissance worker. So you clearly know a lot about outfits and stuff like that. You gotta look the part, right? So
I have to look
I'm walking
appropriate. The bin's right there full of my clothes. We can go through that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yes, actually we will, because I have a question that relates to that. So, I'm walking into Target. Oh, wow, show this. That's cool. That's a lot of fucking bits. I thought it'd be like 2.
I just moved out of my apartment, so I have all of my shit.
Oh, no. Okay.
I gotta get rid of a lot of it. But continue.
I
Target.
see.
Sunglasses.
Okay, so I'm walking into Target. This is the fit, right? This is what I'm wearing. This exact fit.
Okay.
These jeans,
okay,
ripped
diva.
jeans. Okay.
Oh.
The old school. I know I'm not wearing my classic red Converse. I had to wear these. I had to wear the slip-ons today, and like this shirt, right? And then these sunglasses. And as I'm walking into Target, right? There's these like 2 probably I'd say like 17 to 18-year-old boys, that are walking out with like I think they're buying some bullshit like a window fan or whatever, right? And one of them like looks at me and he gets that look in his eyes. You know, whenever like those like. How do you explain these types of people? Like, the type of people that are prone to become a prank YouTuber in their future? He had that look to him.
White?
Like, do I need to fucking say it? Like, of course he was white. Come on. Like, do I need to fucking say it?
Like the prank invasion look?
Yeah, no, he had more like the Danny Duncan look, if you know who that is.
Oh.
Yeah, one of those that's like they see a person that they deem that looks like weird or something, and they're like, we're gonna fucking harass them, we're gonna fucking like scream at them or something. So as I'm walking out, he puts on like these like sunglasses that look like the pit vipers. So you already know that this guy like watches Nelk Boys and shit like that.
Republican.
More than in the future eventually. I don't think his brain has developed to gain political views yet.
So we're
and he just looks at me. Yeah, okay, good point. We're also going to get into your politics later on a little bit.
I don't know if you can't see through the window. This window, my lampshade at night, when the light's on inside, you can see I have a big, like, communist Soviet Union flag over my window.
Of course you do. Of course you do. I wouldn't expect it from anyone else.
That's sweet. If I smoke a cigarette on your podcast, are they going to kill you? The YouTube guys?
Yeah, I have like a real like Dream SMP type fan base that like they see any substance and they freak it. No, you're good. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Dude, they're not gonna fucking do anything. Like YouTube doesn't even pay me money to do this. I do this on my own volition. So okay, so I'm walking into Target and this guy like he like looks at me and he looks at his friend and then he just starts making noises at me. He starts going like, ugh.
I was about to ask what kind of noises, so I'm glad that you explained anyway. So like groaning at you?
This dude's like groaning at me. He's going like, ugh, ugh, and I'm just like, I'm ignoring him. I got my fucking sunglasses on. I got my AirPods in, but I could hear him doing it. He's deliberately doing it to like antagonize me, and I'm just like, The only reason I ask is that okay, and this part might sound like an insult, but I mean as a compliment. You and I are very unique looking people.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I mean that in the kindest way possible, right?
I'm bald.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, what I meant to ask, have you ever had like a situation like that happen? Like just like encounter people? Okay.
All the time.
It happens to me at least once every 3 months.
Especially now that I've gotten on the road, the people that I go out with are equally as peculiar looking as I am, sometimes more. I have friends that make me look normal. I love going out with them because usually they're.
It's nice to have the freak show, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the freak. Yeah. Whenever we all pull up to like any space together, if there's more than 5 of us, we call it like a takeover because you can just tell that we're not from here.
Oh,
There's like
okay.
There's 8 different state license plates. Everyone's wearing clothes. Someone will inevitably have a drum on them. That's like the vibes.
A drum?
There's people who carry drums.
Drums to like
They're
play.
drummers. Kind of like
okay,
a full
oh,
set, but like a singular drum. Yeah.
I was
A lot of
gonna
drum
say you
circles.
like setting up a full set in the bar, like that's crazy. Okay, we're talking more of like a drum circle type beat, type vibe.
Yeah, fire spinners. A
Yeah.
lot of people play with fire there too. Like there's
what
this
the
one.
fuck?
When we were in Texas, there was this one skate park they would go to at like 9 o'clock at night when it got dark out, and a bunch of people would gather there and play drums and spin fire.
I wonder what that smells like.
Kerosene.
No, I meant from more of a. Never mind. All right, that sounded mean.
no. No comment.
Listen, I will say this much.
We live outside.
If the what?
We live outside. We live
Oh no,
outside.
I know. That's what I mean. Is that like what I'm saying is like okay? I mean that in like also kind of like a nice way. Like the function's fun if the people kind of smell a little crazy. The
Everyone smells
vibes are
like
good.
Frankincense and myrrh at all times. Like
What's
it's just a
myrrh?
group of people that just a different scent of incense, a scent that people
okay.
often people will always be smelling like incense.
I love that.
It's just a, yeah.
I gotta go to the
oils
Ren
and
Fair,
shit.
dude.
You
I
gotta
gotta
go to the
hit
Ren
the
Fair.
road.
You
Yeah,
gotta hit the road.
gotta hit the road, dude. Oh my god, that sounds fucking awesome.
Come hang out with me,
well, okay.
Wonko Bonko, in New York.
Let's not talk too much about that yet. We're working on things. We're
working
talking.
on it.
We're working on it. We're working on it. I feel like
working
there's
on
what's a reference that I want to make? Oh my god. What am I thinking of? Like who famously said I'm work? Oh, Chris Chan. Sorry. I had a Chris Chan moment.
Wait, I have
I'm
a
working
Christian
on
shirt
it.
inside. Should I put on my Christian shirt?
Go for it. Go for it. I'm gonna prepare the questions and also.
I'm about to walk into my house with a cigarette. Watch this.
Oh, I'm gonna plug the Patreon while you're gone. Okay. Well, hello everybody. We're gonna wait for Jess to go grab their Chris Chan shirt. In the meantime, if you'd like to continue more or listen to more of this conversation, on your own. Wait, what am I saying? Sorry, I'm like so thrown off right now. This was such an unconventional way to make the episode. Oh, they're back. Okay, yippee. Okay, so if you want to continue more of this episode, you can subscribe to our Patreon for $5 a month. It's only $5. Best bang for your buck. Okay, sorry. I had to plug you got your
Good.
your Chris Chan shirt.
I found it at a Goodwill in Arizona.
Oh hell yeah!
Junction.
It's not long. Oh, it's not long sleeve though. But put it on anyways. Okay. It's the vibe of Chris Chan though.
It's the same color pattern, but it's only I don't have a medallion either.
Oh, we got to get you a medallion soon. All right.
I want a Wonka
so
Bonko medallion, so I can
Dude,
wear it with this.
you gotta talk him into it. I'm sure.
He has one. He has one.
I
I'm
know.
gonna steal
Oh,
it from
believe
him when
me.
I go to his place in New York. I'm gonna be near him for a while in New York. I'm stealing that from him for sure.
Steal it, swipe it, and then never give it back.
Never.
Okay, so I want to get into our first question here. Usually, okay, whenever I start this like podcast, like whenever we do, usually I like to start the first question on like kind of like a serious note, just because like we goof around a lot, but I think it's a good idea to like start kind of serious and stuff like that, just to kind of get the full dichotomy of the show and whatnot. First question, and I ask you that you answer this with some sincerity and like some seriousness. Tits or ass?
Tits.
I'm not like what, dude. This is the craziest. We've gotten the craziest fucking responses to this so far. It's flip flopped every week.
Really? Who was last
Dude.
week?
Okay, so last week was Chris, and he's an ass man. Respectfully,
I
but
know that.
he also
I know that
he
about
kind of
him.
yeah, and then I said that as though I knew. I didn't know. But like
We were in LA and me and Chris would wander around the streets of LA together, and sometimes you see something, it's like I see how he's reacting.
you got his. Oh, you clocked him. Okay, cool.
Well,
cool,
because
like that.
he clocked me first, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, got you.
'Cause I was like-
got you. He's like, I want to see too. What are we looking at? What's the site? So okay, so it went from so the first guest was Wonko, and he said ass 100%, but then he changed
sure.
to tummy halfway through his answer, and I was like,
He
"But
likes
still
clowns.
ass." He likes clowns as well, which is honestly not that weird. I feel like this day and age,
I-
it's becoming a little more normal.
I like making fun of him for anything I can, though.
Yeah, any dirt you can find, just kind of
Any dirt on Wonko Bonko's good.
Oh my god, that's gonna be the title of the episode, "The Dirt on Wonko Bonko."
We need to talk about the Wonko Bonko situation.
We need to talk about the Wonko Bonko situation. It's crazy. So then next was Kiki's Infinity Service. I don't know if you know her.
I don't know.
Okay, just like a friend of me in Wonko's, I had her on. She said tits, but then she also said she gave the answer of like, but like she likes a good balance of the two, like that we should come to an equilibrium. And then
like
Chris said
personality.
ass. Yeah, well, I don't. I'm all about that. Well, me myself, I'm ass. So I'm
personality. Hate personality.
Yeah, don't have a personality.
I want a soulless husk.
Yeah, you be a soulless husk with some lumps on you. That's all we need. Like, oh my god. You know, Barstool Sports might pick up this podcast now.
Yeah. Shout out to what's his name? Dan. What the fuck? The guy who owns it. No.
Dave Portnoy. Dave
Portnoy.
Dude,
shout out to Dave Portnoy.
Dave, please buy my show. I need money.
Dave, please, Dave Portnoy. Dave, I used to love your pizza review series in New York.
Yeah, what made you quit the Dave's pizza reviews? What made you tap out?
I'm trying not to lose your business deal here if you get bought about my feelings on Dave Portnoy.
Oh, but I want to know now. I'm not gonna sell to Barstool. They don't want me.
I don't know. I have some feelings about Barstool Sports. That's all.
I have some feelings too. Believe me, I'm sure we can pop off at some point. But
oh yeah.
Anyway,
fit is
back to.
I just noticed my fit is diabolical.
Yeah, you're kind of dressed like every like 7-year-old boy in the early 2000s. Like you dress like how I used to dress when my mom would put clothes on me. Like the basketball shorts, the button up. No, but it kind of rocks though. I kind of fuck with it.
Thank you.
What are the shoes? You gotta show us the shoes. Oh my god, 7-Eleven slides? What the fuck are those?
These are some of the worst shoes I own.
Dude,
bad shoes. I got bad shoes. I have another pair of Crocs that are
Oh god. I really want to start collecting like bad clothes. I have too many good clothes.
It's so fun. I love wearing bad clothes. The worse my outfit looks, the better I feel.
I'm starting to get I thought that about myself for a little while, where it was like I thought my outfits were getting worse, but that's just because like I don't know, growing up I used to wear just very like what I mean by growing up is like ever since the age of like 14, all I would wear is like black, white, and like black and white and gray, just the simple colors, you know.
Yeah. It's easy.
And then recently, it's easy, you can style it with anything. And then recently I was like, no, I'm gonna start like wearing colors and stuff like that. And I rolled up to a party like a few weeks ago, and I was like, I texted my friend who was hosting, I'm like, I'm gonna wear the fucking worst fit imaginable. I'm gonna look like a total dumbass. And then I show up and everybody's like, dude, your outfit fucking rocks. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? Damn. It was like I was wearing like the big baggy like skater jeans.
Thank you.
Oh, did we get a delivery? What's that? Hydrogen peroxide.
My neighbor needed the peroxide, so it's been returned.
There you go. And I was wearing a white Carhartt beanie and then this one jacket that... Fine, I'll go grab it. Give me 1 second.
Yay. We're getting the fit review. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for watching this podcast. Thank you so much for watching this podcast, everybody. I'm happy to be here. The trip Dan just broke his closet. I don't know if you guys heard that. Okay. But you can still hear me? Whoa.
This was my jacket. This is the jacket that I wore.
Okay,
and I was like...
exceptional. That's
what?
Exceptional. That's a great jacket.
Exceptional. It's a great jacket, but I looked like a total dumbass wearing like... Okay, actually, maybe I did look kind of cool. Fuck. Also, wait, this jacket was a gift from my friend, and it was a really good gift. I'm not going to wear it, though, because it's too hot. I do love this jacket, though. This jacket goes... It just... With the rest of the fit, it looked really dumb. I looked like an idiot.
Apparently not. Your friends thought you looked cool.
Everybody... Just my friends, though. Nobody else.
Okay. No one
I got called... I got... People made noises at me at Target, you know?
Yeah. Classic.
No, but, like, I was going to say that happens to me, like, once every, like... What is it? Like, every 3 months, I'll have, like, an interaction where, like... I don't know, I'll get accosted by a group of, like, teenage boys, and I'm just like, why? Why me?
It's like your quarterly chastising every year.
Yeah, it's to humble me, I think.
You get a chastise. Yeah, it's to keep you humble.
It's to keep me humble. Keep me grounded and whatnot, yeah. It definitely does that. It keeps me grounded, as in, like, it fully pulls me out of the situation that I'm in and become really self-conscious. That's the grounding that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. Healthy. Good for my self-esteem.
Sure.
Well, I want to... can you explain... Did you already explain... I forgot. Did you already explain your Twitter account?
Kind of. I think we started and then we got sidetracked.
did.
No, I
Off.
think we literally got into the first part of the story and then we got sidetracked. A few months back, I was streaming with Wonko and everybody, and I was garnering an okay amount of viewers, and I like to be hyperbolic. Part of the way that I entertain myself is being really dramatic about everything all the time.
Okay.
So I was
can
like,
tell. Yeah.
I was like, there's so much going on social media right now, and I joked with one of my friends. It's like, I'm not tweeting enough. I need a Twitter manager. I need a social media manager. So my friend Asriel became the social media manager, and there was a joke for a while that my friend Asriel was my social media manager and the one running my Twitter for me. And then at some point, someone heard that my friend Asriel was tweeting for me and wanted to join. And I was like, yeah, I can have 2 social media managers. And then eventually, there was like 8 people on the account. And then it just kept getting worse. I just started handing when I was in LA, I handed the password over in person to like 4 people.
Wow. Hopefully all people that you knew well.
No. People I'd met that day. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Those people could do anything. That's actually like, yeah, I respect it. That's
how Zach Jada and I became friends. Was I gave him my Twitter password the day after meeting him in LA.
Hit him up, okay, with the password.
We were in person.
Cool.
I saw him. We were at Frank Javc's Airbnb, and I was like, "Hey, Zach Jada, do you want my Twitter password?" At the night of the show, well, because the night of the show, I think I gave it to Larry Zeepsterd at the show.
Oh my god! So you got some names in this fucking account.
At one point, do you know Astrid Astrozist? She was on the account for like she was on the account for maybe 24 hours, and this was early on. She rebranded it to be a Jeffrey Dahmer fan account, and she made me look like I was a Jeffrey Dahmer fan. She invented the hashtag Dahmer mode, and then also hashtag 100
I think I remember
challenge.
This.
Yeah,
this is Astrid. The hashtag Dahmer
I gave her the password.
Okay.
She was the only one who ever with the password changed the profile picture and the banner and the bio and everything.
That's awesome. I did not know this whole story. I thought this was like a really meticulously well thought out thing, but no, you're just throwing the Twitter account to anybody.
Just
I love that.
Everyone the password. It's fun.
Well, that brings me. So that means, and also just for the context of like the listeners and whatnot, that means that not every tweet is made by you. Specifically.
Most of them aren't me.
Most of them aren't you.
I say about 50% of the tweets on that account are me.
50%.
Lately, the most active person, because not everyone posts all the time. Like, there's a few people who post a lot. Wonko posts the most on that account.
Okay.
Out of all
because
the
I need to address a tweet from a month ago.
Which one was it? I could probably tell you who it was.
You tell me who it was, because I get the feeling that it was. Oh, I think this was you, because you and I had a little interaction beneath it. This one says, "I kind of fuck with Benson Boone, guys."
This one was me. I low-key fuck with Benson Boone. I'm not gonna lie.
But what about him? Wait,
I don't know.
What about him?
I really don't like his music. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, his music is ass.
But I fuck with his whimsy. Like every photo I've ever seen of this guy, he's doing a backflip.
What are you talking about?
He's doing a backflip. Every picture I've seen of him, he's in the air upside down, and it's
what
really
whimsy.
Funny.
He gives the vibe as like a Mormon who performs at his fucking church. Like what?
Yeah,
what
but I
whimsy?
find that endearing. He's trying.
He's trying. Dude, I don't know.
Why is he always in the air? He's always in the air. How is he always flipping? They're always photographing him mid-air, mid-flip.
I don't know. Those Mormons can do weird shit, okay? Like, they just have that ability to like, do weird shit.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. Like, it just is the way that it is. But I saw that tweet. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. I don't want to say I lost respect for you over it, but I was definitely a little like...
I low-key fuck with Ben Saboon.
His performances? Dude,
I haven't seen any of them. I only am aware of him on Twitter and the pictures that I see of him upside down.
Just photos? You should take that tweet down. I'm so for real. I'm so for real.
Why? Is it like a bad call on my character for me to have that on my Twitter?
Dude,
is that the worst tweet on my account?
So lame.
Is that the worst thing about that account, Dan? Let's be honest.
No, there's way worse shit. You're so right. I know, yeah, it's your account. But I wish I did more of a deep dive. I would have found so many more tweets to like.
You can scroll through the fucking highlights even.
No, but some of these are good. Oh, highlights is a thing. What the fuck? Some of these are good as hell.
I highlight the funny ones.
You cut ties with OTK? Yeah, don't blame me.
Yeah, I did. I cut ties with OTK.
Yeah.
I just couldn't deal
It's
with what's
because
going on there anymore.
you're a big Asmongold fan.
I'm a big
Wait,
Asmongold
is
fan,
he-
and I keep beefing with S fan. To be an S fan to have beef.
I don't know who that is. I can't
people
continue the joke. Okay, cool. Okay, all I was gonna okay, well, okay. As
One of
I'm
my
scrolling the
friends,
highlights, a lot
one of my
these-
friends from here at the fair was in the Baby No Money music video that he did in the Georgia Renaissance Festival with OTK.
Oh shit. Oh.
One of my friends met all the OTK guys.
Oh no, wait, that must have smelled crazy.
He didn't know any of them. I was like, oh my god, you probably met Ms. Kiff. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh fuck, the vibes there must have
Asmongold
been.
was there. Asmongold was there.
Yes. Oh yeah, he was in the video, and like that was a whole like not even like a controversy, but I know Baby No Money said something about it. He was
They
like,
censored him in the video. There's a photo of a
Wait,
rat
really?
over his face the whole time in the video. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's so
really funny.
okay. As
funny.
I'm gonna say this much, I don't like that they put a rat though, because as you know, on my Twitter account and just in general, I'm a mouse.
That's different.
And I think it's a little I think it's a little offensive.
I used to have pet rats. I had 4 of them.
Tell me about them.
Their names were dog, cat, fish, and pigeon.
You just name
They
them
were-
after other animals?
Yeah.
That's actually so cool. I love that. No,
They
I've
were,
heard like
they-
from people that like rats are like it's almost like owning like a small dog in a way.
They're great
Like
pets. They're very smart. They were all like 50 cents each from a pet store that I worked at because they were supposed to be snake food. I got attached to them.
You
That's how I ended up
rescued
with
them.
4 of them. That's how I ended up with 4 of them. I started with 2, dog and cat, because I was too attached to them to let people feed them to their snakes, and then I ended up
Let
with
them
2
get
more.
gobbled up, yeah.
Yeah.
And you end up with 2
It was-
more. Wow, that I love that.
It was rough. It was rough having to be like someone come and be like, "Hey, can I get 2 small rats?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Sure. Are you sure though? I mean,
Are you
You
sure?
know.
I would pick around the ones that I planned on taking home with me. It was fucked. It was really fucked. It was
you
really fucked.
picked and chose which ones got to
Yes!
live and die?
No, I had to. That's how I ended up with dog and cat, because those 2 were so socialized. I was like, why are you socialized? That's not good. I had to take them. I didn't want pet
okay.
rats. I didn't want rats. I had to take them. It was literally not an option. I just had to.
Okay.
They
So I
were
was gonna
friendly.
say
I was
like,
like, you
did you
can't be
vibe
food.
check the rats before you decided which ones died?
Well,
I'm like,
the ones that wouldn't run away in fear when I stuck my hand in there were the ones that ended up coming home with me, because they would approach me and like sniff my hand, and I'm like, oh fuck, you're like conscious.
no, I'd fold too. I can't even. I know I was kind of ragging on you, but I would have folded too, honestly. If
That's
if
how
it
I ended up with
fucking-
them.
Yeah, how like whatever. I mean, am I allowed to ask whatever happened to them, or are they?
They just
like-
don't live very long. They got like a lifespan of
okay.
3 years. This was back in college. Yeah.
Really? Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know.
They
I thought
shouldn't have
longer.
lived as long as they did. The ones that they were feeder rats. Their parents were like siblings. They were all
What the
mutated.
fuck?
Fish had both sets of genitals present. Dog was constantly pissing blood the entire time I had her. Cat was completely blind, and Pigeon was missing a leg. These were all deformed ass rats that I ended up taking home.
What, dude?
They
your
were
life
feeder
is so
rats.
interesting. Like,
They were
your
supposed to
life
be
is
snake
s-
food. They're not breeding those ethically. They're just letting it happen.
You have infatuated me now because like no like in like in a good way, in a really good way, because like again you first of all you work at a Renaissance fair,
Yeah.
live in a trailer,
Yeah.
like which is like for the record I think is very cool. That was
It's
not
very
an
fun.
insult
It's
to
so
any of,
fun.
any of the
It's
viewers
so
that are
fun.
sounding off. They're like, I live in a fucking trailer too, jackass. I'm like, no, I think it's cool. Okay,
It's fun.
You fucking worked at a pet. I also worked at a pet store, but they I won't go into that. They just fucked me over with hours. Nothing crazy.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, actually,
That'll happen.
well, no, okay. I mean, it does tie into a thing that I want to talk about in a minute, and that is that okay. I guess we'll just transition into the next topic because this is already so fun.
Yay!
So, you work at a Renaissance fair,
Correct.
right? Okay, I've said that like 800 times. I myself.
You need to make it clear.
Yes. Because it does relate to what I'm about to talk about. My IRL friends have come up with a term for like certain types of jobs that they describe as Dan jobs, jobs that I would work. And
Okay, let's hear some
I'm
of the
gonna-
jobs.
I'm gonna go over my employment history with you.
Okay.
And then also explain other jobs that they said are Dan jobs. And I want you to answer honestly. Do you think I could work at a Renaissance fair?
Okay. Let's hear it.
So Dan jobs are described as jobs that require little to no effort. You basically just have to show up. And they're oftentimes jobs that people really don't respect you a whole lot.
Good start.
So
good start.
I will say I don't think that that's true for Renaissance employees. So, okay. So the first Dan job that I ever worked, I worked at a gym, and all I had to do was show up to the gym and just sit there and watch people make sure they were using the equipment properly. I did nothing all of the time. Like this was my first job when I was like a teenager.
How old
right?
were you?
Okay. I was 16. No, I had just turned 17 when I took the job.
Heard.
And then, wow, that was like 8 years ago. Holy shit, I'm getting old. So then after that, I got hired as a virtual reality arcade attendant, where I did...
What is a virtual... what is that?
Virtual reality?
Arcade?
Like, people... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, it's an arcade, right? And it was like a VR arcade. And it was in a mall, by the way. In a mall in the smallest possible rentable section of the mall. And my job was literally to sit there at this cash register with my own laptop if I wanted to, and literally show up sober every day and watch Trailer Park Boys or really whatever I wanted to on my laptop.
Okay.
So that was I think that's the pinnacle of like a Dan job was the VR place. It was like it just show up and like watch TV shows. And actually, well, I did a lot of homework because I was in college at the time. So
okay.
Yeah. So that was the other Dan job. And then what happened? Well, then I started working at Petco for a little bit, but left because of like hours and stuff like that. That only lasted like a month. And then the next big Dan job this sounds like a fucking sexual favor. What the fuck am I saying? Dan job? Ew.
Looking for a Dan job?
Anybody out here looking at it's just me giving the world's worst hand job, but I call it a Dan job.
Just mediocre hand jobs.
Me when I have to when the Twitch streaming doesn't work out, me when nothing works out for me and I have to resort to selling like hand jobs on the street for people, and I call it I try to spice up the marketing by calling it a Dan job. So the next Dan job was at the same mall after the virtual reality arcade shut down, because of course it fucking did. Oh, that was thunder. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Okay. I think you're okay.
It's windy
Dude,
here.
they don't want us talking about Dan jobs.
They don't want us talking about Dan jobs.
So the next job was at that same mall as I was a carousel operator. I operated a carousel inside of a mall. So those are like other Dan jobs have been described as lifeguard, which I disagree. I don't think that's a Dan job. You have to be somewhat qualified to do that. Oh, that's another thing that describes a Dan job. You have to be qualified to do it. What are other ones? Other ones are like working at like any store that looks like it's going to close down in 6 months. Really anything like that. That's like what a Dan job is. Do you think that Renaissance Fair employee, or like what do you call yourselves?
It depends. If you work on the road, like if you're someone who travels, you're referred to as a rennie. If you're someone who just works the local fair, you're just a local.
A local, okay.
You work at the Renaissance Festival, but you're a local. If you're a rennie, you live at the fair.
You travel, okay. Well,
like the camels and the jousting field is like in walking distance to where I am right now.
That's so fucking cool. Holy shit. So I would say,
to the camels,
in my opinion, Ren Fair employee, I'll say a rennie, is not a Dan job. It seems like you need to be pretty dedicated to do this.
You gotta, I mean, if you do a local show, like you could, it's 2 months out of your year usually, where you work on the weekends.
Okay.
To be a rennie, you kind of have to live here. Because like I'm employed on the weekends, obviously with my Renaissance Festival job where I pretend to be British, but then during the week I have to find work. Like I'm building, I haven't showed up to this job yet, it hasn't happened yet, but I think I'm helping construct tiny leather dragons.
For the Renaissance Festival.
To be sold during the weekends.
Okay, I was like, where the fuck are they hiring you to like... I thought you were going to say it was like, I don't know, constructing something for like a small business, like local business, and I was like, Oh, okay, and then that's where my brain was going. Maybe it's because
The least amount of time I have to spend off of the site in which I live at, the better. Like, I go to town for
okay.
food. I go to town
Oh,
for
okay.
food and water and gas and all that shit, but if I can stay here, work here, I will.
This requires a lot of. Oh, this requires a little bit of survival, which I don't have.
I have a generator and, well, I have a solar generator and I have a gasoline generator. I don't have running water. Haven't in a few months. The
Damn.
shower house, I have to drive over to the showers.
Damn.
You could walk, but if you do it during the day, we're so close to the sun that if you walk to the shower, you're going to be sweaty by the time you get back.
Dang. So this is
6,000
not a
feet of
Danjob.
elevation.
I always just sweat though all the time. So like that.
I'm sweaty all the time. I feel gross here all the time.
Yeah. No, that seems like a fucking rocks. Also, I gotta say, I love that you're just ripping the cigs.
One more
Like
time?
I'm like that's. I like that you're just ripping the cigs. That's so
Always.
fucking cool. Is that
I
your
do
first or
chain smoke.
second one? Which one are we on?
2 is 2.
2? Hell yeah. Let's keep a counter for how many we can get through during the podcast.
It'll be a few. When I sit still, it's a problem.
You just need a cig.
I have a
That's-
special box for them.
What
And
the
a special lighter.
fuck?
I'm
Dude.
an addict.
Well, I like
For-
that you just outright say it. That's cool.
Well, for Christmas one year, or this last year for Christmas, my stepmom got me a handle of Woodford Reserve bourbon and a carton of cigarettes. Same thing for my birthday too. She got me the exact same thing for my birthday too. It's the perfect gift.
I was gonna say perfect gift, perfect relationship to have with somebody is they just know what you actually want.
This is my stepmom too. Like she knew.
Oh,
She's
knew.
locked in.
She knew. That's some real stepmom energy there. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's awesome. Well, I guess. Oh fuck! Wait, we've been talking for a long time.
Have we?
We've actually been, dude. I felt like we were still in the first 15 minutes. We've been going for like at least. What's your time say? Mine says 37.
Mine says, 37 minutes.
Oh fuck. Okay, well we gotta get to some more questions. I got more
Yeah,
questions
yeah,
with the
yeah.
Renaissance Fair. So oh fuck, I definitely wrote this one when I was drunk at the bar. Can you break
hear it.
character? Can you break character at the Ren Fair? I said the as in THA Ren Fair. Like, can you be on yo phone? Is what I wrote.
No.
No. Okay. Technically.
Depends.
Depends.
The job that I'm working changes my ability to do that. So like at this
Okay.
place, I'm a host for like a hair tinsel place. So here I have to be in character. When
what
I walk
place?
flat, a hair tinsel. They put in like fairy hair. I don't have hair, which is funny. They're
I
gonna.
was
put a
I
wig.
was literally gonna say what you. Oh, you put in a wig. Okay.
I have a wig. They're
Okay.
gonna put hair tinsel in, so I can wear a wig during the week. But
I like that.
I have to be in character for that. But when I walk flowers at the Carolina Fair, there I kind of break character a lot because it's good for sales. Because my job is to walk around the whole fair, and it's a big circle. So I just lap, and sometimes I'll do the sales. I'll do the sales pitch. I'll be in character, but then sometimes like I'll mess up a line and I'll look someone in the eyes. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and that's good for sales.
I'm here for the paycheck. Yeah.
It's tactful. You have to be tasteful about it.
Yeah, I think people are a little more like susceptible to like being personable nowadays,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to
it's-
like sales and stuff like that.
It depends on the fair. Some fairs are cool with you being more of a person, and some fairs are like you're British.
You have to be
like,
in
okay.
character. What happens if you break character though at those like?
I mean, they're not gonna like hunt you down, but it's discouraged.
Do you get like yelled at?
It's never happened to me personally, but yeah, that's definitely
Oh, okay.
happened. They're harder on people in caste.
What's that? What's that?
So the fair is like an artisan market. Most Renaissance festivals are. So people buy booth space to sell at these festivals. So like I work for someone who buys booth space at this fair. Some people work for the fair as caste. That's where it gets fishy.
Okay, so you do like sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure I heard
I'm-
that
I'm
right
an-
because somebody
I'm an it-
started. Sorry, I was gonna say somebody started blasting music right outside of my bedroom for some reason, even though they know I'm recording. Yeah. Okay, just
Love
want to make sure I
that.
heard you right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
an
like,
independent contractor.
oh hell yeah, dude. I would love to say that about myself. It's just that all I say is unemployed. Anyways, in
I
the
mean, you can
meantime,
technically say that.
I could just say, yeah, independent contractor. Okay, I
I'm an
like that. You know what?
independent
It gives a little more dignity to it. You know,
It's
a little
easier
more
to say that I'm an
dignified.
independent contractor that travels with an artisan market than saying I am most of the time unemployed and I live in a trailer.
That's, you know what? Actually, I think that would work. You know, more people should actually start doing that.
You
More
gotta
people who
weaponize
are
the
like,
language.
yeah, okay. You know what? If you're listening to this right now, maybe you're unemployed and you live in a trailer. Nothing wrong with that. I love you for it, anyways. Like, you just say you're an independent contractor who travels for work. There you go.
On
At
your
that point,
resume,
you're
if you have a resume gap, you were an independent contractor.
yeah. There you go. You're an influencer at that point. Just say you're an influencer on the come up. There we go. That's perfect.
I don't know that one will work.
Yeah. No.
Just
well.
say, I'm an independent contractor. I spent a few years working for a few different sporadic jobs over the course of time. And if they ask for details, just say it depends which one. It was really week by week. I was working for different people, so it just kind of depends. What were you doing? Oh, well, it changed on the day. Usually my answer, because what I do is like I'm either constructing, like I'm manufacturing product, or I'm helping with construction. It just depends. I'm building a Renaissance festival booth. I'm doing contracting. What sounds better?
You had the voice. You had the voice down.
Oh yeah.
You had like
No,
the
customer
job
service
interview voice down.
Yeah. Hi. It's such a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for having me today. Yeah. No, I did some contracting for years. Yeah. No, the accent goes away.
That I love that. That was so cool. Holy shit!
You have
I
to
love
code
that.
switch. I could
Oh
be British
my
too.
God.
My British accent's bad, but it's convincing enough to work here, I guess.
Hit us.
Well, it depends on what you want me to talk about, really. 'Cause
Pretend you're like a Renaissance era British person discovering my Twitter for the first time.
well, what is it? What's Twitter? Is that a bird?
Oh, fuck. Describe me, how I look.
A young gentleman, long brown hair. It appears he's got a device on his head. I'm not quite sure what that is. Is it technology that I don't understand?
You sure about the brown
Yeah.
hair?
I can't. It looks a dark brown. Oh wait. Okay. So we're graying. We got a bit of a silver
Yeah.
fox here. Okay.
No, I'm just
I
old.
see. I see.
I was hoping you just call me. I was hoping you wouldn't say young. You were gonna retract the young thing and be like, oh, he's like
You want
fucking
me- how
60.
old are you? Dan? How old are you?
65.
Dan, you're 65.
No, actually, real talk. I'm about to turn 30 this year.
Holy shit, Dan! You're turning 30. I don't believe you. You're making
Yeah.
a face that tells me you're lying to me.
Fuck.
You
I
would
can't.
never
I
deceive
can't
me.
lie
You would
anymore.
never-
I
you
cannot
can't
lie.
No, yeah.
I
no,
can't lie
well,
anymore because I'm.
You said it and then immediately started laughing at yourself. So it's pretty dead give.
I
pretty
have
dead
to-
giveaway.
I really have to work on the hiding the face thing whenever I go to laugh at something.
Well, if you say something and you go like this, that's also a pretty big indicator.
I know. I can't do anything anymore. I used to be so good at keeping a straight face, and I just can't anymore.
I'm not. I'm horrible at it. I can't.
So I couldn't be a Renaissance worker though, because I can't.
Well, I can't lie
act.
either.
Well,
I can't
yeah,
act either.
I don't know. I feel like if I did that, people would just start making noises at me like they did at Target today.
Well, let's hear your British accent.
Oh fuck, I'm not doing this.
Why not? You said you want to work at the Renaissance Festival. Let's see if you're
Oh,
capable.
Oh
You could
my
also
God,
be. You could
no.
be. You could be British. You could be any sort of European, really. Could you do an Irish accent?
No, what? I can't do
Scottish?
any accents. I can't do Scottish.
French, German,
No,
Italian.
no. And I'm
Damn.
like some of those things, and I should know how to do it.
I'm some of those things.
The
I am
only
some
time,
of those
oh wait,
things
actually,
as well.
okay, the only time I can do a British accent is a British person has to piss me off, and then I have to try to mock them. But it has to be like in the moment. I have to be heated about it. Is that, wait, is
You have
that
to be-
bad? Is that offensive?
You have to be angry to be British.
I have to be angry at somebody who's British to be British.
I
Like,
like that.
to
I
do-
like that.
Yeah.
I co-sign this behavior. If it's problematic, I don't care. I co-sign it.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
'cause
I'm gonna
there's
stop
some,
being
like-
British.
Okay, thank you. I thank you for that though. I really did appreciate
course,
that.
of
That was
course.
cool.
You know, it's not even a convincing British accent. Like if a real British person listens to me, they're gonna be like, that doesn't sound anything like a British person. But someone in Colorado thinks I'm British.
They're gonna
and
be like,
what's
that's
important.
they're gonna be like, they brought the fucking Ren Fair from England. Holy
They're
shit!
here.
Like,
Time travelers.
that's wow, dude. No, because like there's different types of British accents, stuff like that. Like there's, first of all, I gotta say, if you're gonna call your accent a Cockney accent, come on. Like,
I
come
don't
on,
even know.
dude.
What is a Cockney accent? Isn't
It's a type of British accent. It's from like a certain area, and they have a Cockney accent.
okay.
Like
believe
I
it.
don't even know what that sounds.
Well,
you know
I
what?
try to know as little about British people as possible. I try to keep as uneducated as possible about British
On the
goings.
down low, yeah. I got
Yeah.
you.
You know, I don't want to be
speaking
involved.
speaking of English and speaking of the English language, I realize we're doing this 45 minutes into the episode. Oops, because we usually do this at the beginning. Oh fuck, there's no way we're gonna be able to use this word. So I do a word of the day on each
Okay.
episode. So what I do is I go on Merriam-Webster and I look up the word, like whatever their word of the day is, so to speak. We might have to cut this episode a little bit shorter because we're about to get hit with a fucking massive storm apparently. Okay, but I digress. I just got the notification about it. That,
Oh my God.
dude, the apocalypse! I'm telling you, global warming. It's fucking hitting. We're done.
We're done. It's
okay.
cooked. This is the last podcast episode to ever be recorded. The world
Yeah,
ends
well, I mean-
tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah, and this isn't going to get uploaded yet, dude. Lightning's going to strike my computer. Actually, I shouldn't talk that into existence. Like, lightning did strike my car one time. That's a true story. I've told this story 1,000 times. I don't want to tell it again. I don't feel like it.
Okay.
I'll DM it. I'll DM it to you if you're
Okay, yeah,
curious.
we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
So the word of the day is emancipation.
However
Which-
appropriate.
Oh wait, you're so right. Okay, I didn't even piece that
timely.
together. I was like, how are we going to use that in the episode?
Emancipation.
Well, I mean, for those of you who don't know what it means, emancipation refers to the act of freeing someone from the restraint, control, or power of another. It is used especially for the act of freeing someone from slavery. Oh boy. Well, it is Juneteenth as of us recording this.
It is. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes.
There's
which
so
is
much
like a big-
emancipation that is tied to this day.
It's not wrong for me to. No, that's okay for me to like. Okay.
That was
I don't know
entirely, yeah, no, that's accurate historically. Also, we
Okay,
talk about, I
okay.
mean, currently, right now, the emancipation of the working class is at the forefront of many people's minds.
Oh, please pop off with your politics at the end of the episode. This is
I'm
the end
so
of the main
down.
episode. The end of the main episode, by the way, because we are 47 minutes in, so we got like 10 minutes left of the main episode, and then we'll do 30 minutes on the Patreon.
All right, bet.
Okay. I need you to just pop off about your what's your political hot take right now? I want to hear it. Jess, go off.
My political hot take.
Like
I believe that any engagement in culture war right now is counterproductive to the freedom of the working class.
Any engagement. What do you mean by culture war?
No culture war for me, officer. I only engage in the class war. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
You know,
I like
'cause
that. I
we-
like that you
that-
gave like a little, a little
my-
a little skit there. That was cute.
Yeah. Thanks. My favorite kind of way to phrase it is that the ideal situation for the people who are unified in keeping, the everyday man down would
The
really,
Renaissance
really,
workers down.
Yeah. They would
Yeah.
benefit. They would benefit from us caring more about what's going on with, like, how personally I feel about queer issues, or how personally I feel about how we should deal with. They want you to focus on the culture issues. The more you
Right.
focus on how angry everyone is over something that people are doing for years, like, trans people using the bathrooms of their not their assigned gender at birth, but the ones that they identify with. That has been happening forever, but we're really focused on it now. The more we focus on it, the better for them, because that's the less time we spend focusing on the fact that they're robbing us. We're being robbed.
They can fuck
We're
us
being
over,
robbed.
yes.
We're
Okay.
being robbed. That's my
Hell
it's
yeah!
not
No,
really,
you're
really a
so
hot take.
you're so right. Well, no, because I was gonna say your Twitter account's full of politics.
That's most of the tweets that I make on that account are politics.
Which you know what? I gotta
And
say,
Benson
I fuck
Boone
with it.
opinions.
Benson Boone opinions. Apparently, you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do at the end of this. You have to tweet
One more time?
another You know what you have to do at the end of this episode? Like,
Just tweet
on the
another Benson
Patreon?
Boone tweet.
Tweet another Benson Boone tweet.
I can do that.
Find a photo of him like doing a backflip and be like, just do the spicy emoji where it's like, oh, so hot or whatever. Like you're gonna put that
Okay, yeah.
emoji
During the
You have to
Patreon
do that.
episode, we will formulate that tweet together. It'll be good.
We'll boonify it. There we go. We'll boonify your Twitter account. Oh fuck! The warning I just got about the thunderstorm that's about to hit is like they're like you're fucked, Chad. Like,
What did they say?
I'm fucked.
What did they
No, it says like we have a nearby special weather statement.
Okay. How special?
Oh fuck! Apparently pretty oh my god, 60-mile-an-hour winds. What the fuck? Dude, am I gonna die? Is this my last like?
This might be the
oh my
lost
God.
episode. Guys, we have to hashtag free Dan.
Oh no! Don't no! Do not! No! 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 No!
Hashtag
Not-
free Dan, everyone.
Oh
Free Dan
god,
from
dude!
Free Dan from Connecticut.
Free Dan from Connecticut, please get me out of here. It's
Get me
so
out.
fucking hot in this. Oh my god, it's so hot
I
in this
didn't know
room.
it could do that there. I don't know anything about
can.
Connecticut.
It
Where is
can.
Connecticut?
Next to New York.
Oh my god, wait, so that's ideal.
Yeah.
We're
okay.
working on it. We're working on it.
We're working on it. I'm working on it. You better get whatever Rob. What does Robert say after that? Robert Chandler or Bob or whatever
I
his
don't
name
know.
is.
I don't know.
Okay, so I mean, I don't think we can really use the word of the day in a way that's. I mean, so here's what we do as a backup. We go to Urban Dictionary.
Oh, a new word of the day.
Well, we don't have to use this one in a sentence, but we can just talk about it. And this is a pretty good one. So the word of the day on Urban Dictionary is dude ranch. What is this?
Dude
a ranch where the owner of it does no work on it. Instead, he hires people to do the normal work associated with a ranch. Is this kind of like a Renaissance festival?
Kind of. I have friends who, in the off season, will go to these ranches to do labor there as a place to live. In the meantime, when there's no fairs.
We just found the name of the episode, Dude Ranch.
Dude Ranch. We're Dude Ranch.
Dude Ranch.
We're
That's
Dude
so
Ranch
perfect. The follow up to it though, there's like another sentence goes, George Bush likes to play cowboy at his ranch in Texas, and then it also just says George Bush has a dude ranch. Dude, I fucking love Urban Dictionary, man.
love
Never
Urban
change.
Dictionary. Never change.
Keep informing me on the dumbest shit ever.
Keep informing the
please.
culture.
Keep informing the culture. Although we did say what was it not culture? Was it culture war? We said not to focus on that much anymore. But keep informing the culture,
peace.
please.
Culture peace, not culture war.
Yes, culture peace, not culture war.
Culture
I like
learning.
That. You should tweet that out and then at every political streamer.
Culture
You should
peace,
do that.
not culture war. I'll do
Yes,
that.
say like culture peace, everybody, not culture war. At Destiny, at Hassan, at all the big political streamers.
Just add the whole gang.
The whole gang, like literally just, and then, dude, we would solve so many problems if we did that.
We could fix the rift in leftist political commentary online.
Definitely, I
They
mean,
all
definitely
hate
exists.
each other. They
They all hate each other. Without going into detail, because I don't want to get like certain fans of certain people on this podcast telling me I'm a terrorist or something. I didn't say shit. What did I? Wait, that was the thunder. The thunder made that noise. Like, that was
said
the
that?
thunder. Who's? I think it was one of the Ren Fair employees. I think one of
There's
them.
people around all the time.
Yeah. Just blame it on one of them. Anyways. Oh, okay. So to end the main episode, because we got like maybe a few minutes left, and then we gotta rush over to the Patreon, and then I have to go
Hell yeah.
shut down my PC and go into my basement. I don't mean to scare you or anything. It's just I'm getting notifications and shit. I'll text
Left
you if
and
I'm
right.
okay.
Yeah, please text me with signs of life.
I will like update you in an hour. Yeah, I mean it's almost like yeah. Anyways, so okay, you have all of your Ren Fair and clothes in front of me, in front of you. Why did I say in front of me? Well, technically they're in front of me. If I were to go to a Ren Fair, I don't know how to dress myself for a Ren Fair. What fit are you putting me in? You're my stylist for the day. What are you putting me in?
Of my clothes? Or anything.
Like, really anything in terms of Ren Fair stuff.
I forget what they're called.
How would you make me look?
Okay, so there's this certain style of dressing that's usually considered more upper echelon of the garb that you can afford at these fairs. That it typically involves like a nice leather hat, some sort of like white button-up shirt, usually with the frills, and then some sort of velvet tights with a cod piece.
Are you trying to dress me like Benson Boone?
No, but that's
I
what
feel
it
like that's
sounds
what he
like.
wears. I was like, what is it? What are
Do
you
a backflip,
doing?
do a backflip. Do a backflip right now.
No, I will actually kill myself if I do. I have no space in this room. This room's so small.
I got all the space.
also-
There's no room. I'm outside. I can't do a
I
backflip,
cannot
though.
do-
I tried on stream once. I failed
How did that turn out?
poorly. I almost died.
Poorly.
It was my
Oh,
New Year's
okay.
stream.
Oh boy, what the fuck? Oh, I know what I was doing New Year's. Okay. Nothing
I was
interesting.
pretty plastered during that stream. I was plastered.
Fuck. Damn.
Backflips.
I don't like.
drunk
You know what?
backflips. In my living room, I had a
realized-
room at the time.
Oh man, you can't do a backflip in the trailer.
Not in the trailer, but I have all of the outside space anyone could ever want.
Fair enough. That's so nice. That is so cool.
If I
What
get
was I
tired
gonna
of my house,
say?
I can just. I forget. We
I
were
was gonna
talking
say.
about.
Oh, I realized I don't like getting drunk on stream anymore. Like, I don't like being like, if I'm gonna be drunk, like, I want to be off stream, like, with friends. Like, I think if I'm drinking on stream anymore, like, that's actually how I got my start in a really morbid way to admit this. Like, I got my start streaming myself playing Truck Sim while I was like in college still. And what I would do is anytime I got into an accident, I would drink in Truck Sim. Like, I would drink. It was
Drunk driving
yeah.
simulator. That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's pretty much what it was. And then I was doing that for a few weeks or like for a few months, and then I was like, the fuck am I doing this for? Like, oh my god, I should just do other things. And then that's how I started. Oh, I should ask, how did you get your start streaming?
Minecraft streaming in college.
Oh, okay. How long ago was this?
5 years?
5 years ago? Oh wow, okay.
I was senior in high school, freshman in college.
Oh shit. Because I was gonna say I started streaming like 2 years ago. I was a little late to the game. I was a senior in college when I started streaming.
Well, I streamed for like 2 years consistently, and then stopped for 3 years, and then started streaming again like 2 months before, like probably November. No, it was probably like September. It was right before the Renaissance Festival started, and then right after the Carolina Festival stopped, when I was streaming most actively. Like New Year time was when I was streaming again, pretty consistently. But then I stopped again because now I have no computer besides my laptop.
Yeah, and you cannot stream off that laptop for sure. Yeah, that thing's.
It's a MacBook. You can't do anything on it.
You went.
It's
you
number
said you went
3,
to
by the way.
college. Number 3. We're on number 3 sig. Oh hell yeah, dude! If you want 2 more, maybe 3 more cigarettes, you gotta subscribe to the Patreon. Cough up the $5. Jess needs sig money.
I need sig money.
Jess needs sig money. Cough up the $5. What was I gonna say? What did you study in college?
Psychology. I have a degree. I have a bachelor's in
wow.
psychology. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. I'm clearly not doing anything with it, but.
I was a writing major, and I like to convince myself that I am doing something with it sometimes.
Yeah,
even though,
you're doing entertainment.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, it was a creative writing degree, but like now
You
that
wrote
like I've
questions
gotten
for this interview. You wrote questions.
That's true. At the bar, I wrote them at the bar, and I was like, oh, these are gonna be some great ones, because we have a perfect one for the Patreon. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think well, I mean, right when I graduated was right around when the writer's strike happened, so I couldn't really find a job in writing. So I'm just like,
oh shit.
Let's stream, and now I'm here. Hi, mom.
Hey, mom.
I'm interviewing famous Renaissance Fair employees. I made it.
Hell yeah.
Well, anyways, since we are at we're probably at the end of the main episode here, because I hear that thunder. It's moving in real quick. We're at the end of the main episode here.
Subscribe to the Patreon to watch Dan get blown away by a storm.
Struck by lightning, blown away by a storm, because apparently they're hyping this thing up to be really bad. At least my phone is. What's your message to the world?
I can be sincere, right?
Sure, yeah. Chris was very sincere about his, so.
We were at a moment in time that is unprecedented. You know, our generation has lived through a lot of unprecedented historical times. And I think now more than ever, the most important skill you can continue to build and grow upon is your empathy for your fellow man. Not to get religious, but I don't know what you ascribe to, or if anyone in the audience believes anything, well, no matter what you believe, I see our good pal Jesus as more of a progressive politician than a spiritual figure. He said to love your neighbors, and I think that's the most important thing you can remember is, all you have at the end of the day is the people around you. Remember to be empathetic.
That was so sweet.
Thank you.
Actually, in all sincerity, that was what a nice end to the episode. Now give us money. Yeah, there we go. No, I agree with that. I agree with that message 100%. That was very beautiful. Thank you, Jess.
Of course.
Plug yourself for the people who might not subscribe to the Patreon. Just give them a quick.
Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm Jess's online on my entrepreneur website, and Jess's Hive Mind on Twitter, and Jess's Meta on Instagram, and Jess's Money on Venmo, and Jess's. I think my Discord is Jess's Internet. I got all the things.
Jess's Internet.
If you look up Jess you might find me on that website.
Not the fucking Venmo plug, dude.
Jess is
I
money.
kinda love that.
Every time when people
I kinda
ask me
love
at work, because sometimes people will ask to Venmo me for products because they don't have cash at work. Like with when I was flower walking specifically, people are like, can I Venmo you? I'm like, yeah, sure. What's your Venmo? I'm like, Jess is money.
Well, now you guys know if you ever want to Venmo Jess.
Or
All right.
request money. I won't send you money, but you
Or-
can request it. It'd be funny.
You request it, and it will be really funny. We might make fun of you.
We'll make fun of you.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye, every pony.
Okay.